I think you could do some stuff where you advertise, like put it all over the internet. Come,
that's what I was thinking.
Bring your winches,
yeah.
And just start.
Because I'm only getting a skid loader, and I'd want all of these cars gone in a weekend. I'd have time slots.
Right.
Whoever's coming for the El Camino gotta be here at 7.
Say
like
I will be here from sun up to sundown, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for 1 weekend.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't even seen the fun stuff yet. This is the tip of the iceberg.
And
let's see if he'll crash it. Oh my God. This is craziness. This is definitely the craziest collection I've been into, like as far as hoarding goes and not being able to move. We're standing on top of a 56 and there's a seafoam green 57 here. Okay, and we climbed over the 57 Nomad. My dead grandfather's reincarnated as a squirrel. He's sending me Morse code right now saying, buy this deal, the guy hid his money in here. There's $1 million in the trunk of the Impala. Well, these guys really did send me as good of photos as they possibly could have. I haven't taken hardly one better picture. Careful on that roof, that's a big dollar car. All right, so this video here, this is very important that you listen to what I'm saying before you watch this video. I filmed this in early September, okay? The reason we sat on the footage for so long is, A, I was going back and forth with the seller trying to do the deal. After I passed on the deal, I found out there were people that I know trying to buy it. I didn't want to put this footage out and potentially mess up their deal for either the buyer or the seller. So we just sat on it. That's it. Now my friend has bought this deal, okay? Boris at Street Machinery bought the deal. If you're interested in anything inside the building in this video, you're gonna wanna hit up Boris at Street Machinery. Real easy to find online, okay? Boris is a buddy of mine. Whether he knows it or not, he's been a mentor of mine. Street Machinery is an amazing company. Boris is the king. He's the rag man, the bag man. Boris bought the deal. If you're interested in something you see inside the building, hit up Boris. I say inside the building over and over because all those cars outside, the sellers ended up putting in an auction over the winter. They're all gone. That was sold by Beloit Auto Auctions in like December. All the stuff outside's gone. Now, anything you hear me say in this video is not meant to put down Street Machinery, Boris. I had no idea he was even looking at that deal when I filmed this stuff. The numbers that I talk about are irrelevant. What Boris paid is what Boris paid. He negotiated his own deal. At the time I looked at the deal, they wanted more than $350,000 and they were talking around $500,000. I couldn't see the value. The offer I made was rejected. We couldn't put a deal together. That's it. I walked away. And that's it. So I hope you enjoy the video. Everything inside the building Boris has. He has liquidated a few of the cars, but all the parts are there. He's putting out his own content on this deal. There's also somebody else out there that went and filmed it as well. So I think we have the most in-depth coverage of the collection at the moment in this video. But it was Rockford, Illinois. It was a personal collection from a guy named Mark. And that's it. It was all Tri-5s and Impalas and just a ridiculous, insane amount of parts. But again, I just want to put it out there. I didn't buy the deal. I have nothing to do with the deal. Hit up Boris at Street Machinery if you're interested in anything you see. Enjoy the video. Check it out. Leave some comments of what you think this deal was worth, how you would have went about it, yada yada. I had lined up trucking, tractor trailers, pallets, Gaylord boxes, vehicle shippers, other antique car people to help me liquidate the stuff. It was a monster deal. I was actually booking an Airbnb in Rockford, Illinois for 60 days, and I was taking Shane, my buddy Richard, my wife, both my kids, a babysitter. Like, I was moving there for 2 months to do this deal, which all led to that and how hard it was going to be to liquidate the parts. The car market was terrible at the time I was looking at this deal, and ultimately I didn't feel that it was right for Iron City Garage. That's why we didn't do it. Street Machinery is a much larger company than Iron City Garage, so I wish Boris the best. He's my man. He always has given me amazing advice and helped me any way he could. So that's the intent of this video, is to help Street Machinery liquidate this collection. So again, hit them up, watch this video, check it out, let me know what you think in the comments. All right, everybody, so we're going on a weird one. The first time in a long time I've ever went anywhere without a trailer. We're heading out into the Midwest. I'm gonna be kind of vague for now because I don't know which way. This is a real strange deal. So I get a phone call saying, hey, we watch your videos online. We bought this property that has all of these cars and parts in it, and we want to sell them. So it started off as that. And I was trying to negotiate this deal, and it's a crazy place. You can't get into the building because there's like 40 something cars outside blocking all the doors. It's on an extremely small footprint like we have here. So there's like nowhere to work. And I asked them if I could potentially just take it load by load. And that's when all of the truth came out that basically this isn't owned by like normal people. This is owned by like a big wig company that bought this property to develop it. So they don't care about what's in the building. It's irrelevant to them. It is, as I like to say, one of my old guy sayings, it's a nickel holding up a dollar. Now that doesn't mean they want to give this stuff away, but the whole thing is finding someone that will actually empty this property in 45 days. I don't know if I'm the right guy for that. I got very limited photos and video of it to the point that we're taking like a 10-hour ride out into the Midwest to look at this stuff in person because I can't, my hands are kind of tied right now with the limited information I have. But I got a couple lists of cars, and the lists are misleading because they clearly weren't. It seems like the list of cars that I got was done by somebody with little to no car knowledge, and they hopped on Google and tried to figure it out. Because the names of some of these cars I'm getting are like mixing brands together and stuff. But we know that there's a handful of Impalas in there, at least 2 Impala convertibles, all 3-year Nomads. We got 5, 6, 7 Nomads. We got 57 Chevy hardtops. We got 56 convertible. Now, I've only named what? A handful of cars, right? And you already heard me say there's 40 something of them outside. Nobody knows what's outside. You just can't get photos of them. The fence is tall. I got one picture like this with a phone over the fence. I can't really make any of it out. There's some trees and stuff, so we're droning it, and then I'll know exactly what's there. There are cars sandwiched in there, fender to fender, to the point that you can't walk them. Again, so we'll drone it where we cannot walk. There are some paths. I'm sure everybody's been in an old car hoarders building like this where there's just really no method to the madness, but fender to fender, parts all over the tops of them. I mean, in some of the photos and video I got, you could catch glimpses of fender and hood or roof line, and then it's just like fenders, seats, hoods. And then in the parts only areas, it's like milk crates full of carburetors, hubcaps stacked to the rafters, tons of long trim in the rafters, like Bel Air, you know, aluminum side pieces, trim sticks. Again, I couldn't figure it out by the photos. A 10-hour ride for us is nothing. We should get there pretty quick with both me and Shane driving, no trailer. So we're zooming out there to check that out. This is not a cheap deal. I mean, you're in you know, around probably $500,000. And like I said, I could do the deal. I just can't physically deal with all the stuff. So if I do the deal, I'm going to want to have people lined up to take large loads of this stuff, especially cars. The 40 something cars outside got to get out of my way because I got to know what's in that building for somebody to have came in and offered what they did on this pile, because I know by the list that they wrote that they don't know more than I do. So let's go check it out. Come for a ride.
The next day.
Right there. So you have like no room to work anywhere. It's bad. It's real bad. Well, yeah, I'm close enough. All right. All right, everybody, so we're on site. That doesn't look like much behind me. We're waiting on the gentleman that's showing us the collection, that found us online and gave us a call. But we are here out in the great Midwest to look at all of this stuff. So we'll give you a little sneak peek. You can stick the camera up over that fence. So that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, they don't even know what's behind this fence. We're gonna drone all of this today, what's outside here. The inside of the building is where it gets really complicated. Cars stacked that close, right, to fender to fender, and just absolutely buried in parts. The bigger issue, the logistical issue, which is what everybody's concern is that we're property line to property line here. I only have 50 feet to the road, and there's 100 and something cars. Well, maybe 100-ish, right? 80, 90, 100, we don't know because you can't see. So that's where we're at. Logistically speaking, if I were to do this deal, whatever I would pull out of here has to immediately leave. Like, there is no staging a car. I could stage maybe 2 cars. It's not an area where I can pull out all of these cars, line them up, see what I got, have an auction, have a sale, whatever. No. If I pull it out, it's got to go. And now this guy's going to cut his grass and screw up our video. So far, I don't see any like killers in here. It is fun though.
This is cool.
Yeah. So outside so far is like a bunch of shit nobody wants. El Camino. There's a convertible. Looks like a 62 rag Impala. Yeah.
Oh, right there, yeah.
Yeah. There's a 57 Chevy right next to me. A lot of shit in here, boy.
A lot of hoods.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
This is sick, actually.
Wow. Crazy. Nuts. Should have brought a ladder. Yeah, I mean, there's nobody directly close to here that would be able to do anything to help me. So this is literally all I got. I got maybe 100 by, not even. I probably got 80 by 30. There could be septic here. I mean, I would assume you have city water and sewer here, but you got a little drain culvert you're gonna want to stay out of. So I don't know. Yeah, the problem is there's not enough value in those cars outside to ship them and like roll the dice. And then a lot of them don't have titles either. So I would want to just immediately sell off what's outside that I don't want, which would probably be all but like 3, and then do something with the rest of them, that's the big, that's everybody's issue that has been involved in this deal is how do you get rid of them quick, because you have no real estate to work with here. So that's the big to do. That's why they called me. That's what I'm going to try and figure out between me and all my connections and shitty car deals I've done. We're going to see if we can't find a home for most of that stuff. I was telling Shane yesterday we had some guys from a construction company coming around doing road work. The last time I got robbed was those guys, the out-of-town crew.
Yeah, it's crazy. But no, man, you're in the industrial park.
Okay, cool.
You're going to have to go this way.
Okay.
I tell you,
Wow.
this is just a fraction of what's
Yeah.
in
Well, while I'm here, let me see what's...
here. You can come back to that.
Okay.
This is where you need to get your life.
Man. I got another buddy stopping here. He's from this area. He's a real good buddy of mine. He's another car dealer, but he's real knowledgeable on this unrestored
That's
stuff.
a 64 Acadian Beaumont.
Okay.
About,
Yeah.
Convertible.
Oh, look at all this stuff up.
You turn this corner. Watch your step back.
I see why you took the photos that you did. This is the only photos you could take. Oh my God.
Yeah,
You got to put camera up, Shane.
yeah, I saw that stuff.
I'm taking the same photos they sent me because that's the only photos you could take.
Literally.
Oh man.
And then there's so much in your face,
Right.
you can't even decipher.
Let's see if he'll crash it.
Holy mackerel.
Oh my God. This is craziness. Okay, so there's the door. I have it in the back seat of the truck. We're probably gonna have to do that because you can't see anything. Like at chest height, like it's just in a pile of parts.
That's all you'll see on the camera. It's just a pile of parts.
I can't believe it in real person, and like actually standing here from looking at the photos.
There's that Nomad.
Man. Yeah, the pictures make perfect sense. This is nuts. Okay, can we go in deeper? How did he even, I guess what, he quit filling it when it was to the door, huh? This guy's still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. I'm assuming this Because the only rationale that I could possibly come up with why anybody would collect this many parts and not sell them is that he had to be a hoarder.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they get like that. I gotta get photos of everything up in the ceiling.
Process of buying his home is just as bad.
Really? Car parts there, too?
Dude, like pathway, that's it.
Okay. Outside or inside?
Inside.
Oh, wow. All car parts inside.
Car parts.
Wow. Did he get that done? You're still doing it, okay.
Still in the process.
Oh, wow, we got a limbo of the frame rails. Don't get hurt. Oh, man.
This is against car religion?
No, it's not.
We're doing it.
No, it's not. You're good.
There's no picking one car out of here.
Yeah, no, I couldn't tell in the pictures, but now I understand. All right, Shane, you're going to go. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, wiper cowls and right on the windshield trim's good. Wow. This is nuts. This is definitely the craziest collection I've been into, like as far as hoarding goes and not being able to move.
There's a 58 Impala here, a 59.
Okay, so we're standing on top of a 56, and there's a seafoam green 57 here. Okay, and we climbed over the 57 Nomad. So I'm on top of this 56, and then there's the 57 wagon. What is that car there? That's a six.
Bubble top, ain't it? Bel Air.
This over there?
Right, the two door. It's like a goldish to your left.
Yeah, I'm trying to see it. It's a 63 or a 4. I can't tell from here. We'll have to get here, Shane. Let me see. Uh-oh, you all right? Yeah, this.
Close that hood and walk over there. I'm done. My old ass is not going.
That's solid. Okay. Give me that light. Oh, dude, there's just motors everywhere. This is, I think it's an Impala. I think it's a bubble top. I think it's a 63. I really can't tell. It's hiding everything that would tell me I can't see that trim.
I know that's a 63 Chevy Impala SS 4-speed. Right there.
Red one?
Yeah.
And then it's a 67 SS Impala.
So there's a door. I thought the plate on these cars is right here. Oh, it's got weird seats in it. I know that much. Weird steering wheel. Somebody was like trying to hot rod it. Whoa. Oh my God. Yeah, strong core to be in this building. I'll try it. I think this is a 2. I want to say it's a 2, but it's definitely a bubble top. Definitely a good car. Just don't know the particulars on it yet. Okay. Now what is this? This is like a Monte. I think that's a Monte Carlo.
I don't know what the hell had that muffler moving.
Ghost. Or it's a cat. Is it a raccoon or a cat?
Raccoon. That's something raccoon.
Is this car a vinyl top or convertible? This is a vinyl top. Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess I'll try and keep moving that way. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's a big-ass raccoon. Yep. He just wants to go back to sleep. It's like, what the hell are you guys doing in my house? Yeah, so I'm just trying to make some, like, verbal notes here, too. Let me take a video for myself.
But there's so much stuff in front of them.
Yeah, I mean, there's like, probably 8 26-foot box trucks worth of stuff in here. That's what I think. I don't know how anybody put a value on what's in here. Did you meet the other guys that put an offer in? How did they come up with the number?
Well, they sent a guy out.
Okay.
He walked the building,
Okay.
and that was pretty much it.
But he didn't get over there, right?
They said they got all the way back there.
I don't know how the hell they did it.
I would imagine through here.
You can climb across these.
What, you think just on the faces of the cars there?
Yeah.
The good news is you're a car guy, but your son's not, and he owns a deal. So he ain't gonna He ain't gonna be upset if I walk on the roof here. Your son was funny. He's like, yeah, I mean, I really don't care what's in that building. I need the building emptied. He's like, I'm glad you like what's in the building, but I don't care.
He literally does not care.
He's like, if you buy it and you're happy with the stuff, then that's awesome. But he's like, I don't, it makes no difference to me. I literally can't make out what these other cars are. That's a 58, that's a 57. I'm standing on top of a 56. This here is it's not a Nomad, it's another handyman wagon. I think it's a two-door wagon. I can't tell. Holy.
What pisses me off is that I've noticed that there's things that move since we've been last in here.
Uh-huh.
So people have been breaking in here and stealing shit.
Really?
Yeah, what do you call the little bullets off the hood of the
Oh, they took those.
yeah.
Off of what? Off of the
front hood
57?
That
The Chevy.
windshield was perfect the last time I was in here. It was broken. You can see a footprint in it.
Oh, yeah. I wonder why they'd take those hood bullets, though. Those are only like $50 items. It's not really, it ain't worth going to jail for, put it that way. If I'm risking going to jail, it's a life-changing amount of money.
You know?
It's the car and it's the condition of the car. So it would be like your real high dollar stuff. Those guys don't care because they aren't affected by a recession. So your real high end stuff. And then like really nice Impalas seem to be kind of unaffected. But again, it's all higher dollar stuff. So when you have a...
Seen the interior in that Impala?
And this one I'm on?
No, the 63s.
Where, over there?
Yeah.
No, I didn't get over there. I got close. Is it nice?
I think it is.
That car will be a 348 or a 64 probably. This is like a 61 something. I can't see what it is though. It's maybe an Olds. I don't know.
Possibly, because from the list there is some Oldsmobiles in.
I know if you fall the wrong way in this place, you're getting impaled. Yeah, it's a good thing I got the first aid kit because I'm getting sliced. I'm going to the back here because these cars are real strong on the tops of the doors and stuff. We ain't gonna mess nothing up. Ow. Wow, the trunk of this thing is full.
Hey, you got a pretty good path now.
Yeah, it's a decent path on this side now. Yeah, it's definitely decent. So this is a 61 for sure. For sure 61. Just don't know if it, I think it's 61 Bel Air. It says it on a quarter here. The interior is pretty much in this 58 Impala. The 61 Chevy is full of parts. So I don't know. I know, man, this raccoon has just been shitting on this 61 Chevy.
Yeah.
That's his poop spot of choice. I think I'm in his bathroom. He must be a Ford guy or something. Here's the other Nomad.
You're standing on it?
No, it's right in front of me. It's this car here. This one here. Here, Shane. See the roof on the Nomad? See, it's got those lines in the roof. There's the other Nomad. See the ribs on the roof?
Oh, right there, yeah.
Yeah, white and black one. That one looks really nice. So we're going to try and go there. Now, here's an Impala underneath.
Yep.
That looks like a 3 or a 4. We got to find a path. Probably the wiper cowl of that car, and we can get on the roof of this one. None of this stuff in front of me looks safe to, because you got like a back seat. You know what I mean? I don't think we should go that way. I want to get in and out of here and not get hurt. Yeah, this is good here, Shane. This is totally doable. Okay. All right, I'm standing on a Buick, so that's good because nobody cares. Oh shit. Stay on the outsides of that roof. That's a 57 Nomad, and that thing looks minty. Oh. Oh yeah, baby. Wow. That car's nice. Oh, that figures the roof fell on the good shit.
Grab that stuff up high. Grab them, boys.
See, it's just like, here's the issue. So this Nomad has amazing original paint, right? It's like killer. But the front clips off the damn thing, and it's full of trim. like full of trim. So that's a problem. There's a what, a 2-door post Bel Air in there. We're about at the end of the building. There's no 59s or anything in here. I just want to like stop and just take a gander, you know. You got to look up, see what's up. Make sure you're filming up for me. Dude, look how it's constructed. This was put together so half-assed. There's no bracing on that. It's just tied up into the rafters of this roof that already collapsed. You ain't going up there. You might not think you weigh a lot, but you weigh a lot. This thing's collapsing with no snow load. You ain't going up there. I ain't got time for that. I can't have my cameraman fucked up either. We ain't going to jail or a hospital on this trip, okay? Oh, okay. All right, so I knew I seen a 59 something back there. It's an El Camino. Got 59 taillight right there. Trying to film a really good video, people. I smell poop. You smell that? It's not me. I didn't do it. I just smell poop. Anybody notice where the raccoon went? You think he left?
He went to the left. He's on the left-hand side.
Hope he's away from us. Here's a 4-door Bel Air buried underneath the roof collapse.
Step on that radio.
Woo! Oopsies. Oh, dude, this is a mega deal here. I don't know who's gonna take this deal on. I just hope we don't get into a fucking problem in here with anything that can hurt us. Like anything that stings or swarms or bites. Because we are not getting out of here quickly. That's for damn sure. Alright, I'm gonna try. So this 59 El Camino ain't worth getting excited about. But we'll go this way if I can. Where does this board go? That's like a roof joist that fucking fell.
The back wall.
Yeah, so we're at the end of it already. So this is another wagon. This is not a Nomad. Was that chirping a raccoon or a bird?
Bird.
Okay. I just gotta get my... Yeah, I know. That board's not liking what I weigh, huh? Yeah, don't touch that. Yeah, that's coming out of the main panel. Yeah, hell yeah. Well, I'm still not seeing like there ain't no $100,000 car in here. So I've yet to find this car. I can't, I'll show you the list and then I'll tell you what's on the list that I actually identified. This is a Riv in the corner. It's a Riviera. It's a 59 El Camino. I don't know what's over there. That's really hard to see. These cars just have screwed up stuff done to them. Like the door on this 57, beautiful wagon. Somebody got mad, so mad at the door latch that they peeled the whole door back to mess with the latch. It's just like the place that we just were at, up in Pennsylvania, where they shredded door latches to get, or door, and the entire outside of the door skin to get into the door. Yeah, see what I mean? This is super sketch. Like if we lose this, look at all these scabs. If we lose this whole roof's coming down on us. So you gotta watch in here before you grab stuff, because it's not gonna be good for us. Yeah, so I mean, I can't believe somebody even made an offer. Like, I can't believe somebody made an offer on this pile. I can't believe they offered what they did. I would have been like significantly less. With this car market, you almost need to charge to take this stuff. Okay. Wish we could get out of that door. It'd be great. No, we'll get outside somehow. I told you this was going to be hard to even like work the scene here. You just can't get to anything. You would just be continually finding stuff as you pulled it out. All right, let's work back. Can we go that way at all, or is it just like a path of no?
It's just a path of fuck.
Hmm.
You say he's 26?
7.
Where's my age, man? Bunch of valve covers, holy mackerel.
I hate walking on roofs. I feel bad, but it is what it is. Pretty safe walking on cows, but the labor outweighs the reward is the issue. Like, the labor totally outweighs the reward. And another 58. Yeah, there's no like killer in here that's like, oh yeah, here, you'll get all your money back. There's no like diamond hanging up in a ceiling either. There's no cruiser skirts, there's no visors, there's no like, I'm not seeing enough NOS parts. Yeah, I mean, this cost $500,000 is what this cost. That's the actual number on it. It's about $500,000 to buy all of this. I wouldn't touch it for anywhere close to that. There's just too much stuff that doesn't have any value that shouldn't even be off the cars. Like that row of window sashes. Like, what the hell would you do that? And they repop those. So it's like, you have to deal with all this stuff though, and you have to try and sell it. And the problem is you just order it out of a catalog and paint it the same color as your car. My dead grandfather's reincarnated as a squirrel. He's sending me Morse code right now saying, buy the steel, the guy hid his money in here. There's $1 million in the trunk of the Impala. So this is a 62 4-speed. So this could be the one they're saying is a 409. It's got AC too. That's pretty awesome. I mean, the free thing to look at here without getting buried is the front fender emblem, which you ain't getting on that side. I don't even think they're on the car. There's something about the tack or something on those cars, the speedometer. I'll have to look it up. There's an SS. That's a 65 SS. Well, these guys really did send me as good of photos as they possibly could have. I haven't taken hardly one better picture. Careful on that roof. That's a big dollar car. Oh, Jesus. Not one decent sign in here.
Nope.
That I've seen. I haven't seen one single item that I'd want to buy today yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there hasn't been one item that's like, oh, I want this. Like right now, no.
Is that a Lincoln?
I don't know. Nah, Olds or something. I know one thing, I'm gonna have to get on the street. I don't think this place got a bathroom I'd wanna see.
So okay, you buy them at 600 a car, and then you drag them all out, and you sell some at 900 a car. There's gonna be okay. Let's just say that 409 is legit.
I'll take it.
I'll cut you in on whatever it totals up to.
Or I don't even know if I do that. I would just say I'll take the stuff. Okay, everybody. So this is my buddy Todd. Todd's an antique car dealer, appraiser, consultant. He's from this area, so he popped out to help me. I haven't seen him in a couple years. We're old buddies, so he's going to help me basically identify these cars.
We're gonna just put down what each car is.
Right. The basics.
Car, row to row.
That's it. Just make, model, year. That'll be good enough. If it's an Impala, if we can identify the trim real quick, we will, but this is just a baseline list. So what am I standing on here, Todd?
This is 55 Oldsmobile 98 two-door hardtop.
Yeah. So this first one that you're standing on is a 55 Olds 98 two-door hardtop. So we'll just go across the row. So this one's going to be what, a 58 Chevy?
58 Chevy, four-door hardtop, no post.
Show that. So this is actually a rare car, four-door hardtop.
Absolutely, no post is desirable to some people.
Absolutely.
It must have been a nice car at one point because the owner
nice
was
interior.
a member of the late great Chevys.
Okay.
Details in the back window.
You have to get that logo in the back. I don't think they ever put tri-powers or anything in four doors anyways. It'll just be a four-barrel probably.
It would be a four-barrel car. If it was a tri-power, it would be the rarest, the rare that would not be sitting.
Right, that's right.
We know that.
Okay. So what do you got there?
Next car, 65 Chevy Impala, two-door hardtop, 283 small block. I don't see any SS trim, and I don't see a center console. Assume it's a standard Impala, not a Super Sport.
What do you got there? 56 Chevy?
56 Chevy, pretty rough. Got the fence chain to it. It is a two-door hardtop. As far as anything else, it's a Bel Air two-door hardtop.
People watching the video, we are doing our...
You kind of edit these. And
yeah, hell yeah.
57 Chevy Bel Air two-door hardtop. V57 Chevy that everybody wants.
Does that look like...
shit included. This is a 68 Caprice two-door hardtop. I don't see big block emblems, but I do see where it had fiber optics on the tops of the front fenders. It's got the bumperettes. This was probably a pretty well optioned car when it was new. Usually when you see the fiber optics on a Caprice, it probably had a power seat or it had tilt wheel.
Okay.
Nobody bought a base car and put fiber optics on.
What did the fiber optics do?
This was an indicator. One light lit up when you pulled your headlights on, so you knew your headlights were lit up.
Okay.
Then when you turn your turn signal on, you would see another light that would flash.
Interesting.
And then some of them had a indicator above the rear window on the inside of the car that you could see in your rear view mirror.
Okay.
So when you put your turn signal on, you could see that in the rear view mirror and know your turn signal was working.
Interesting.
Worked
That's
off
cool.
of fiber optics.
That's cool. What do we got next to it? 57 Chevy.
57 two-door hardtop. Four-door no post hardtop. Pretty neat car in the world of four doors. Bel Air four-door no post hardtop.
And they had all the different roof lines in those years, right?
They call this a sport sedan.
Yeah, but in the one you're standing on, they had four-door posts and four-door hardtops, right?
They had four-door posts, four-door hardtops, two-door posts, depending on Impala,
Yeah.
Bel Air, Biscayne, or Caprice.
Okay.
You've got different roof lines. Only the Caprice had what they called the formal back window.
Okay.
It was not slope back, it was more vertical.
Gotcha.
So this is definitely a Caprice. Can't be anything else because of the roof line.
Because of the roof line, okay. So the Impalas are all going to be like a fastback style roof.
Impalas would all be a fastback,
Okay.
either a two-door hardtop, a four-door hardtop, or a four-door sedan.
Okay. This is why I wanted Todd here. Todd knows everything. Third, so I got 8 cars, which means we're on the third row. Oh, Jesus Christ.
And it's pretty stout, stable.
The roofs were stout on these.
You got to walk here on the roofs.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
I'm not walking around the middle.
Okay, so what am I standing on? A 57 hardtop?
Another 57. Bel Air two-door hardtop. Been here a while.
All right, and
Next
Shane.
to it is a 56 Chevy
Yep.
two-door hardtop. Very rough. Been here As long as you've been alive, Pete.
Yeah, at least this car is complete. This one is completely let go. Around the back window is shot. It's let go at the B pillar. It's let go. I'm sorry. It's let go at the rear pillar. Let go at the B pillar on a rocker. The door's off of it. The front clip's loose. This car is like extra crunchy.
Extra crunchy.
And the original interior is missing. Okay, now the money car. Yeah, that's a good car.
This car looks like the right one to be sitting out here.
Right.
It's what you come here for.
62 Chevy Impala. Since Shane got the hood cleared, I'm gonna open it and see what it is. I'm expecting just a 283. Come on. 283. And a whole lot of rust. I'll tell you what, the inner fenders are in this car. The front of the motor's all taken apart, so that's not a good sign. Somebody's taken every accessory off the front of this. The water pump's laying here, so that's not a good sign. But the firewall looks intact. The shock towers, the inner fenders, so it's not super crazy rusty like some of the ones I've bought. The Mustangs we've had recently, the shock towers are just like...
I saw a couple of you. Man, somebody's got their work cut out. Underneath there, underneath the pile of rubble, is a 67 Buick GS. Obviously, being a Grand Sport, it's a two-door hardtop.
Okay.
Other than that, we don't know much.
Okay. All right, and over there, what do we got? A 54-3 Buick?
50...
I can't tell.
It's an Oldsmobile, not a Buick.
Ah, Olds.
Early 50s, hard to say from here.
Do you know what's the deal with the door handles? Did they run like Chevys? Push button start 53 on the Olds and a Buick?
Well, yeah, that's true.
So it's got push button door handles.
It looks to me, it's not a 55, because that's a 55,
right.
56
So it's
style.
probably
This
3.4.
is a 3 or 4. I can't say for sure, though.
And that's, what motor would that have had? A 6 or a small 8?
That would have had the small V. That would have had the 330.
Okay.
It would have had what was called the Rocket V8. It
Okay.
would have been the Oldsmobile overhead valve V8. Oldsmobile had an overhead valve V8 long before Chevy had the small block.
All right, what kind of land yacht are we standing on here?
This is a 69 Caprice, two-door hardtop with the formal roof. It's kind of what guys refer to that back roof line as, the formal roof. And it is a factory 350 small block car.
How do you know it's a 69? Like big, like this is definitely a 69?
Well, the wide trim on the side is definitely 69.
Okay.
The 350 emblems are a telltale.
Okay.
Because a 68 would have had a 307 or a 327.
Okay.
The first year of a 350 in a full size is, I believe, 69.
Okay.
And then if you look, if you looked underneath this windshield, this visor, the VIN is under there, and the VIN would have a 9 in it somewhere, indicating 1969.
Okay. All right. How about this boat here?
Another 65 Impala. This is a 4-door hardtop with a factory 283 small block.
I mean, he bought the right stuff. It just didn't get stored correctly.
Right.
These are all like the right model cars, body-wise. Like 4-door hardtops are good. If you're going to buy a 4-door, you buy a 4-door hardtop.
You don't want to post.
Right. This is T-Dog's car.
This was
You better
T-Dog.
put some respect on T-Dog's name and quit walking in the middle of his roof.
Give T-Dog credit where credit is due.
So-
T-Dog was a legend here in the 80s.
Who's Tito?
We don't know.
T-Dog, he was a pimp and a cocaine dealer in the 80s.
Is this actually his car?
Might be.
I'm fucking with you.
Oh, I was gonna say,
And another 57 two-door hardtop.
Todd's always good at entertainment. Knowledge and entertainment is what you get with Todd.
Another 57 two-door hardtop. The guy knew to buy two-door hardtops.
Yeah.
He did, but he left them outside. Kind of a shame. These cars were, this whole row, 357 two-door hardtops in a row. Where'd you see that?
Let's talk about the market. 2 years ago, this would have been 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. Any 57 hardtop was 10 grand. It was so easy. It was just like, okay, 57 hardtop. Doesn't really matter if it's got trim or whatever. They were 10 grand for a roller body 57 hardtop. Now these are probably $25,000 to $4,000 cars, depending on trim and motors and
Might be 4.
yeah.
That one might be 35 with some trim. This
Yeah.
one here is looking like the roughest one in the group, but it's
Yeah.
filled with parts. Who knows?
Who knows? It's tough to say. What definitely hurt the market on these cars was the overwhelming availability of aftermarket parts. Too many of them got restored. And where there's too much supply for the demand, the prices go way down. You can buy this car completely done and restored with, you know, a 350 car. It's obviously not originals, probably like a really nice one, like 30 grand, 35 grand. They're just, and you'd be into it for 60, 70 to get there. So it's just, it's tough. There's too many of those cars ready to buy, ready to drive right now. And that's what drove the prices down, besides the economy. But all right, that was the last one in that row. We're on 16, so we're coming over here. That's a Chevy, it's a 57.
That is a 57 Chevy
That's a
two-door sedan.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, here, so that's a 62 Impala over there, right?
In the trees is a 62 Impala. Can't be seen until you get the tree service out here.
And then we're on top of a Riv 60.
This is a 65 Riv.
Okay.
Clamshell headlights. Really good car, really desirable car. I would say there is a restorer out there who might take a chance at this Riv.
Yeah. It does look solid. It feels solid when you're walking on it. This is going to sound funny. So I've walked on a lot of rusty cars. When the entire car moves when you walk on it, that's a good sign. It means the frame's still under it. When only the portion of the car moves that you're standing on, that's bad. that means
a great analysis
yeah.
of abandoned vehicles.
Yep. And then what are we standing on here? This is a
63 Chevy
four-door
Bel Air four-door post car. And in 63, all Bel Airs, whether they were a two-door or a four-door, would have been a post. No hard tops in a Bel Air. We got a Trans Am hood against the fence.
What, 55 olds, right? Pontiac.
This is a Pontiac two-door hardtop.
55, yeah, or 6.
56.
59 Elco. 59 El Camino, and this thing is rough, to say the least, but it's got a green interior. Looks like it may have been originally black. One red replacement fender, but just crunchy. These cars, correct me if I'm wrong, Todd, but these cars were built on a wagon platform, right? The floor is the same as a wagon in these things?
The floor is the same as a wagon. The frame would be the same as a station wagon. The rear window was the same as a four-door hardtop rear window. The roof line was the roof was a shortened version of four-door hardtop roof. There's a lot of stuff in a 59 El Camino that actually were pieces
of other cars
that made the tooling easy for
Yeah.
GM to put this together.
And then what was the best engine option in these? A 348?
You could get a 348 tri-power, or you could, very rare and seldom seen, get a fuel-injected 283. You
Okay.
could get the Corvette fueling motor if you knew how to order this car.
Okay, interesting.
A 6-cylinder or a 283 would have been absolutely the most common.
Let me see if I can get this hood open, because I can get in there. Oh, 283.
Oh, my.
Yep. Always got to check. Might have been a little piece of gold here if that had one of them fancy motors in it, but like Todd says, it wouldn't be here if it did. So that, I think, is a 59 four-door wagon. It's not a panel, because I saw it from the other side. It's just somebody screwed some sheet metal over that.
It is a 56.
56.
56 two-door wagon that somebody has put metal over the side windows to give it a sedan delivery appearance.
That, now coming back, so I guess whatever this four-door is.
This is a 64 Impala four-door hardtop, no post. Actually, a car that somebody, today's market,
Might
it's
mess
an
with.
affordable classic. It's
Yeah.
black, it's a 64 and it has no post. A guy who can't afford a two-door 64,
Right.
there's your next best alternative.
Right. All right, then what do we got over there? An 80-something Camaro?
Got a 79 Z28, most likely a Z. No way to really verify if it's a real Z with all the stuff piled on the front.
Okay.
It has the appearance of being a real Z. This is a 75. You can tell it's a hearse car because of the 442 louvers in the hood, the fact that it was born black, it had a vinyl top, it has Hurst hatch T-tops. A Hurst T-top, not a GM
Okay.
Fisher body T-top. And right here, this is the great giveaway, is
I could see the old Hearst logo that used to be there.
side windows on these, what they called the colonnade body car. One of their features was the side opera window, or whatever you want to call it. Side window covered and a Hearst logo. So this is a real true Hearst.
Okay. What if this car was really nice? What's this thing worth? Now, what I've seen a lot of guys do when they're really in love with a car that's rare, that's not worth any money, and I experienced this at all the auctions we were at together.
Yes.
They'd come out and they'd buy it cheap. And I'd say, why? And they said, because I have one. It's restored. And so, why do you want this? In case somebody wrecks into it or something happens to it. Something falls on it, whatever. They can't buy quarters. They can't buy a taillight bezel. They can't buy a T-top. They have a crappy one laying around to just use as an organ donor.
Absolutely.
All right, what am I standing on here?
Now we're at the last of the outside cars.
That would make 27 outside then.
27 outside, and this is a 66 El Camino. And based on the front fender emblems, it is a small block car and most likely a 283.
This car, what do we think value? I got a number in my head. It's low.
As it sits, you might get somebody to pay $1,000.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. Look how sharp the lines are on this riv. I love that.
I think this riv is
Probably a $3,500 car, right?
as it sits.
Yeah. That roof rack is actually worth money.
I was just gonna say, if there's anything sitting around outside this pool, it's that roof rack.
Yeah, that's like, so they had those at Iola. They were like $1,500 for the roof racks. Some of the Volkswagen ones get really crazy. Did you get a picture of that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah, this is a good car here. That's four-door. But again, that four-door all cleaned up. Out of here, all cleaned up, running and driving. It's probably only like a $9,000 car.
Yeah.
It's really not a lot of money by the time you take it home and work on it.
Once you get it out in the open and look at it, then you look at it and go, wait a second.
Yeah.
Even if I do all that work, this might not be a $9,000 car.
Right. Oh, yeah, I got it in my hand for you.
Appreciate it.
No problem. Todd, do you need anything for the road, buddy? You need a water or something? Yeah. I wish we had time. I'd like to get a dinner.
Yeah, here. If you come back here or you make a deal, I'll get back here for a few more hours. And if you know you're selling something, I mean, I might take a swing at a car or two just to drag it home and fuck with it, you know?
Yeah, I seen you guys, the one which you did the, I want to say it's the 63 Impalas SS.
Yeah.
And it rolled off the fucking back of the
All right, so as much as we'd like to spend more time here, it's there's nothing really to do. We did the outside. At least we could identify those cars. I got a good handle on what's inside. Unfortunately, figuring out parts and parts value is like impossible. You're in there in the pitch black. Like I at one point fell today and knocked over a stack of milk crates full of carbs, and it was just like, you just can't. You just can't. I got an idea what's in there. It's a bunch of $100 and, $50 and $60 and $200 items. So it's like all of that stuff costs so much money to liquidate, and time and shipping and commissions, and it's just like, it's hard. When you're in business, you got to worry about cash flow and doing stuff fast. So I'm still really struggling with how to do this deal. That's why I had my buddy Todd come out. Super thankful Todd could come down. I love to see him, and he is just a mega wealth of information, and that's what he does for a living, is help auction companies and estate companies or people have that have an automotive estate put a real value on stuff, not that retail value that all these auction companies say, oh, this car should do 6 to 10. That's like a, like I like to say, fugazi. It's just, it's a hope, it's a wish, it's a prayer. He goes in and gives the auction companies real numbers of like, that's realistically what this thing's going to bring, so they can figure out if their ending commission is going to be enough to cover all of their labor on setting up the sale. I'm in business, right? So, like Richard says, if it don't make money, it don't make sense, and we ain't doing it. So, thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. That's why we drive so far to get these videos done. Hope you enjoyed this content. If you know of any big hordes like this that are for sale, or if you have a big horde like that that's for sale, give us a holler. If we don't want to buy it, we'll help you find a buyer. That's it. Go to IronCityGarage.com, buy you some merch. We got a bunch of new stuff getting printed coming out. We'll see you in the next video. Let's get in the truck, hit the road. Time to get this Ram's wheels turning. Hey, thanks for watching our video. We really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have cars like these in your garage, if If you have a fastback Mustang or convertible Impala, a nice original paint pickup truck or an old cab over truck, and you want to sell it, I'd love to try and put a deal together with you. You can get a hold of me at 412-335-6100. We pay excellent prices. We pay finder's fees. You know, it's no secret. We do make a little money on the YouTube videos, so that allows me to pay, you know, sometimes market value or really good prices for these cars. We'd love to come out and drag it out of your barn. We'd love to film it. We'd love for you to be a part of that whole process. So if you have an original paint or an original old fastback Mustang that needs work, like these ones I have on my trailer, or if you have an old pickup, or again, a convertible Impala, cab over truck, whether it doesn't matter where you are, we buy nationwide here in the United States, all the way as far as California. I've had stuff, New Mexico, Arizona, Oregon, Washington, high desert stuff we love. So, or if you're on the East Coast and it's a rusty Mustang or a rusty convertible Impala, that is fine. We typically don't buy many trucks on the East Coast, but I buy a lot of cars on the East Coast. If you have cab over parts also, especially for these early Fords, I'd be interested in that. It never hurts to send me an email or a text. IronCityGarage@gmail.com. You're welcome to send me an email or a text message, probably the best. You kind of get an instant answer that way. 412-335-6100. I'd love to talk to you. Hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully we can make a deal on what you guys have on your farms or in your garages.